He didn't have a type. He didn't have a motive. He had a hunger for chaos, fear, and death. He crept into homes in the dead of night and turned everyday families into breaking news headlines. For over a year, an entire city didn't sleep because the Night Stalker could be behind any door, including yours. He was the monster under the bed, the shadow in the doorway, the face that haunted California's nightmares for over a year. He didn't stalk one type of victim. He didn't follow any rules. He came in the night, and he killed without mercy. This is the chilling true story of Richard Ramirez, the man America came to know as the Night Stalker. At first, no one suspected anything, a few break-ins, a missing item here and there. But on June 28, 1984, the peace was shattered. 79-year-old Jenny Vinco was found in her Los Angeles apartment, stabbed, sexually assaulted, and mutilated. It wasn't random. It wasn't impulsive. It was the beginning. From 1984 to 1985, terror spread like wildfire. Ramirez broke into homes, sometimes silently, sometimes smashing in without warning. He used guns, knives, machetes. He raped, he tortured, he killed. And then he disappeared into the darkness. There was no clear pattern. He killed men, women, children, the elderly, Latino, Asian, black, white, it didn't matter. And that's what made him so terrifying. The media called him the Valley Intruder, then the walk-in killer. But when they realized he always came at night and left behind a scene of absolute horror, he was given a new name. Los Angeles had never seen fear like this. People boarded up their windows, gun sales soared, parents kept their children close. The police were overwhelmed, the public was terrified, and the killer kept striking. One of the biggest breakthroughs, a single Avia sneaker print, a rare model left in several homes. It was the only consistent clue. Detectives also found that Ramirez used the same weapon in multiple murders, and that he often drew satanic symbols, a pentagram here, Hail Satan there. This wasn't just murder, this was evil with purpose. People began to describe him, a tall, thin man, unkempt, wearing black, smelling like decay. But still, no name, no arrest, no end in sight. Finally, after months of horror, a fingerprint found in a stolen car matched one on file. Richard Ramirez, 25 years old, a drifter, a Satanist, a man with a long criminal record. The hunt was over, or so they thought. When police released his photo to the public, it didn't take long. One day later, Ramirez was recognized trying to steal a car. He was chased, cornered, and beaten by a crowd of East LA residents. They held him down until the police arrived. The Night Stalker had finally been caught, not by the police, but by the people. He thought he was untouchable. He thought he was a god. But in the end, he was just a man, a coward, dragged through the streets by the very people he terrorized. His trial began in 1989. It lasted over 4 years. He sat in court unremorseful, smirking, wearing sunglasses, carving pentagrams into his hand. He mocked the victims. He said, "Hail Satan." But justice came anyway. 13 counts of murder, 5 attempted murders, 11 sexual assaults, 14 burglaries. He was sentenced to death. But like many death row inmates in California, Ramirez didn't die in the gas chamber. Instead, he died of natural causes cancer on June 7, 2013. He was 53, no apologies, no regrets, no peace for the families left behind. The Night Stalker is dead, but the fear he created, the pain he left behind still lingers in the hearts of those who lived through it. Because sometimes the scariest monsters aren't from our nightmares. They're walking beside us, watching, waiting, in the dark. If this story gripped you, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more terrifying true crime stories from America's darkest corners. Stay aware, stay safe, and remember, evil doesn't always knock. Sometimes it walks right in.